Hey guys, it's Paul from Ashen Phoenix. It is new comic book day for the week of January 26th, and we're getting started right now. This episode brought to you by Paul and Tim Do a Thing. We do a thing. We're like 119 subs away, so if you haven't done, please do. I mean, it's going to help us do a lot of things.
Hey guys, it's Tim from Capes and Scowls, the comic book store, Paul and Tim Do a Thing, and Team Ashen. Time to talk about trades. We've got Cruel Summer by Brubaker and Phillips. I think this was already out in hardcover, but now it's a softcover. Hooray! We got X-Men Hellfire Gala. This is a bunch of different issues. They don't really give me a lot, but hey, the Gala. It happened. Teen Titans Go! DC Superhero Girls Exchange Students. I kind of like that they're doing the Titans art style while doing the other art style they already established. That's kind of fun. Jupiter's Legacy, Volume 5. I didn't keep up with this book, and I don't like the renumbering, but whatever. This is the newest one. Mr. Miracle, The Great Escape. This is a new young adult story, which looks kind of fun. We got Made in Korea. This is an Image book from Jeremy Holt, and I heard good things, but we didn't do this one. We didn't do this one, right? You didn't do this one?
Yes, I did the beginning of part of it. I didn't read the end.
Paul enjoyed it.
But it was pretty good, yeah.
Yeah, Paul was enjoying it. Well, now you can do it. Daredevil Epic Collection Volume 5. This is issues 87 to 107. It's a good chunk of Daredevil there. We got the Marvels. Some Alex Ross art for you on this one. We've got Crisis on Multiple Earths. Crisis Crossed, Book 2. This is a lot of really cool stuff. It is some Silver Justice League tying in with Justice Society. This is around the time of Crisis. We've got All-Star Superman, the Deluxe Edition. Some big old hardcover, but sadly you could not kill a man with it. We got Winter Guard. This is a miniseries that just happened, capitalizing on all them characters that were in Black Widow. Symbiote, Spider-Man, Crossroads. This was a 5-issue mini as well. We didn't read this either, did we? I remember reading some of the Symbiote Spider-Man, but not this one, right? I can't keep it all straight in my head. We read so much. And then finally, we got the previews. Normally I tell Paul to stop at a point, but The Rocketeer's getting a new book, and that's on the cover, and really it's all I care about ever. Because The Rocketeer is awesome. Kids, if you haven't seen that old Disney movie, it's on Disney+. Go watch it.
First up, we have DC vs. Vampires, issue number 4. This is so good. Oh, God, I love Elsewhere Tales. This centers very heavily on Batman and Oliver, as both of them have been kind of like pushing to this kind of a head-to-head, because each of them have been doing their own independent investigations, not trusting the other, because the ones who have the most knowledge don't trust anyone, because could potentially be a vampire. The back and forth here is surprisingly light, but the battle lines are being drawn, and then, oh man, the next issue is going to be huge just based on this. I can't wait.
All right, first up for me, we've got Stray Dogs, Dog Days, issue 2. I did issue 1, and I did most of the series on here, and I really enjoyed it. Of course, it is a very nostalgia hit for you, with the art style looking very Don Bluth, and just really creepy, scary human horror stuff going on, where it's a real world horror where a man is stalking women and killing them and keeping their dogs. This is some of the in-between stuff, some of the stuff that happens before, some of the stuff that happens later. It's still creepy, it's still really sad, but it's so good and it's so cool. And if you enjoyed the series, it's the perfect little addition to it, both issues, and I gotta tell you, it's still super good. So I hope they do more with the series in some way. But yeah, I enjoyed this a lot, so you should too.
Next up is The Human Target, issue number 4, and look at this cover. Like, this is just so good. You can't help but love this cover. Man, this was so close to being my pick of the week if it wasn't just for something that happened in the book. But man, this has been so good. The noir style feel to this kind of crime caper, as Chris is trying to figure out who will have eventually killed him, and he's just getting closer and closer, and he's liking what he sees, and he's not liking what he sees. And obviously, as you can tell from this book, this one's put directly on Ted Kord, Blue Beetle, and the way they play off each other is hilarious because Ted is just an interesting oddball character, and seeing the fish out of water situation with Chris, kind of like watching things go down and the absurdity that is the Blue Beetle, is just such a great foil. This is so well written. If this was like an issue number 1, it probably would have been the pick of the week, but I wanted something a little bit different. This is so good though. If you're not reading this, I don't know why. Like, this is Tom King at his absolute best in a whodunit noir style thing. This will undoubtedly be probably like my series of the year kind of thing. Like, that's that good, but just edged out for the pick of the week.
All right, next up for me, and surprisingly not my pick of the week, Paul, it's Saga. We had to do it. Saga's back. Issue 55. It's fine. It's a time skip. It's about 3 years from the end of the last issue. I'm not going to spoil that for you if I can, because I know a lot of people have been playing catch-up because they heard Saga was coming back, and they're making their way through the trades. But this is a time skip from where that ends, and it sets up a bunch of new characters. It shows you where the remaining characters are, and it's pretty good. I forgot how much nudity was in Saga. graphic nudity. So if you have a problem with that, probably don't, because there's some male and female genitalia in here, but the book is good, and I like what it's setting up. I just don't know, man. It was a lot of setup. I wanted it to be my pick of the week. I was like, oh, Saga's back. It should be my pick of the week. It doesn't work like that, folks. It just doesn't. But I like the setup. I like where it's going, and this is a lot of setup, but that's what it kind of had to be, and the issue's thick. But it's good to see Saga back. I can't wait to see where it goes. I think if you're behind on it, definitely now's the time to catch up since they're back from like a 4-year hiatus. Jeez.
What is my pick of the week? What could possibly be my pick of the week? It is Mary Jane and Black Cat, issue number 1. I was not expecting to like this book at all because most of these are just like, hey, we're going to have a one-off issue that no one cares about. But you care about this. Now, granted, it's not J. Scott Campbell art. I just have to show this because it's so pretty. But it is Black Cat and Mary Jane kind of teaming up to handle a situation where Peter's in trouble because obviously he's been out of commission for a while. He drank poison, or he was irradiated. I think he was irradiated and has just been recuperating in the hospital for like weeks on end as Ben. What's it? Riley. Ben Riley. Wow. As Ben Riley's been out being Spider-Man. So basically what happens, the Red Hood or the Hood comes in and was just like, I want my hood back because he lost his hood in Freefall, like Hawkeye Freefall, which is like a callback. You should watch that. It's good. It's a good thing. But so he basically enlists the Black Cat to get it back. And you just have this fun romp between the two of them bouncing off each other and this oil meets water type situation of these two characters that are so entangled in Spider-Man's lives, and them coexisting and all. It has way more heart than it ever had any right to, and the ending is just beautifully done, and it's a really nice like one-shot story. Like, I liked this a lot, and I wouldn't mind seeing more if they write it as well as this was. Like, I like these one-offs where it's just like it's a one-and-done story. They're not going to try to force it to do other stuff. This was just really, really good. It was really well done. The art was fantastic, and the writing was just great. So definitely grab it.
All right, time for my pick of the week. Paul, what is it?
I have no idea.
That's right, you don't. It's Peacemaker. What? It's
Okay.
Peacemaker. Disturbing the Peace, issue number 1. It's by Garth Ennis, which I didn't even know when I picked this up. I was just like, hey, Peacemaker, let's check this out. And it is his origin story. It is dark. Holy hell. I really enjoyed this. This was really good. It's not for the faint of heart. The violence is way ramped up. It is essentially a doctor who is interviewing him to see if he is mentally fit to go on a mission that is high stakes, and she has some concerns. Really great stuff. I can't read this and not hear John Cena's fucking voice. Can I just say? I haven't even watched the show yet. It's just, now I can't. It's just John Cena forever, so whatever. But the book is super solid. It is violent to the max. And it's not even like a lot of his military stuff yet, which is pretty interesting. If you have any questions about the character, I think this fills in a lot of the gaps, and I really enjoyed it. So check it out. It was pretty solid. All right, everybody, that is it. Thank you for making it through the video and checking us out, and keep coming back. That always feels good. Again, you can head on over to Paul and Tim Do a Thing to see more of me and Paul just being rude and mean to each other, mostly me. And that is it. Paul's also on Twitch. I do have the podcast, Capes and Scowls. And I hope you enjoy your new comic book day and you get every book you want, ever. Is that possible, Paul?
I mean, with enough money.
With enough money. I hope you fall into a bunch of money and go spend it all at your LCS. And I hope I'm your LCS. Okay, bye.